Yo, what is the deal, man? We got some breaking news here. John Morant has been traded to the Portland Trail Blazers. Very interesting considering all of the guards that the Blazers already have. John Morant was traded for Jeremy Grant's expiring and Chris Murray. Very interesting trade package. Kind of what Elvin alluded to yesterday in something that I never really considered as it pertains to like DeJounte Murray, hypothetically. The Blazers, in my mind, wanted an expire, and they probably didn't want to carry an additional year for anyone in a John Morant trade. We still haven't gotten to like pick compensation and things like that. But I could see one of the reasons being Jeremy Grant today is viewed as a better player than Jordan Poole. I don't think Poole and Hawk was the better offer, to be honest, Ryan. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Jeremy Grant is probably viewed as better than Poole and way better than Hawkins. I don't really know about Chris Murray like that. If he's playable, he's better than Hawkins. Bro, I'm telling y'all, I just never got the feeling that the Pelicans. I think Jeremy Grant expiring too, if I'm not mistaken, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think Jeremy Grant contract is expiring. I have to double check. But I never got the feeling that the Pelicans fuck with Ja whatsoever. Like in my conversations, it just seems like, oh, he's not expiring. So he got a player option, which he'll probably pick up for $36 million. So maybe if they would have wanted DeJounte, it could have been a better thing. Like to me, I'll say this. I kind of feel like Zion getting traded. I ain't gonna hold you. I kind of feel like Zion getting traded. Not because of this connection necessarily, but and shout out to everybody in the building, man. Hit the like button. I appreciate y'all. Not because of this connection necessarily, but I feel like the front office is starting to appear a little risk adverse until something actually happens. I don't mean Zion getting traded this offseason. I mean more so like, what up, Al? I think you see a situation to where it's like Zion gets extended and then like traded the following season, or he just like, this ain't working. Like, you know what I'm saying? This like it kind of gets to a what's the point type of situation. And again, not necessarily because of Ja Morant. I'm just saying, generally speaking, until we see a big move happen or just a move that's like viewed as a positive move that kind of shows that quote unquote aggression, I kind of put it at, and I've been feeling this way for a little while, I kind of put it more towards Zion ultimately getting traded and Trey ultimately getting traded, because they haven't seemed to be in talent acquisition mode yet. And look, shout out to the homie Jeremy. Jeremy, shout out to Jeremy. I literally just commented on this like earlier today. He asked about Ja, and I was like, bro, I'm telling you, I heard they had no interest in Ja Morant. Like they did not want to fuck with Ja. And look, to be fair, they ain't the only team that didn't want to fuck with Ja. And I don't think this deal make no sense for the Blazers whatsoever. But what do you think about everything, Al?
In the grand scheme of things, even when you prepare for something, it could still be deflating. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we had known for a while that they had no interest in Ja, and just it was kind of like, but he's so talented. You know what I mean? It's just like, what do you have to lose? Like when you talk about our team, like what do you have to lose to acquire that kind of talent for what you would have had to have given up, right? So I mean, there's a bunch of ways that we talked about it. Again, there's a bunch of ways you could look at it. If ideally the deal was probably Poole, and let's say Hawkins, I'm pretty sure that's the deal that Memphis would have won it. It's like, nah, I don't know if I want to give up my potential expiring. We just did the episode on that. The salary situation for next season for that. But this particular move just kind of put a damper to a degree on like the all season. And even though nothing's truly happened, right? Nothing is
right. Nothing, because that's how I feel. Like nothing's happened really.
like nothing truly happened. Nothing is really different. Like, do John to the Blazers make the Blazers any different than what they were before?
It's
like,
kind of a weird move to me.
Yeah, like you could it what it just showed is that like the Blazers was just kind of like, fuck it, we'll do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
we'll figure it out as we go. But it's just kind of like, with our team per se, it's just kind of like, all right, at some point you have to signal and send like, now again, your signal could be, we believe in who's in the building. And I don't know how much you want to believe in who's in the building, but that could be their messaging. Look, we believe in who's in the building. We want to see what they do, what they look like under Mosley for a smaller stretch of time. And then, move accordingly. But like, as of right now, realistically, it don't.
Breaking news also, and I'm not surprised by this, Jonathan Kuminga is going to be a free agent. So that's going to be interesting. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
They had some interest in reported interest in alleged interest. I'll say that, alleged interest in Jonathan.
I don't even think I believe that, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say alleged. But essentially, moving forward is just kind of like, okay, what, like at some point, similar to what you were saying a second ago, at some point, the older players on this team, like, yes, they're young, but you don't want to continue to lose. You don't want to continue to be behind the 8 ball as teams continue to acquire talent. So like, and it's not saying that they haven't done anything to try and acquire talent or more fitting talent, or you know what I mean? Is that this, again, the offseason hasn't even really begun. So I don't want to just put it out there like that. At the same time, it's kind of like, as the seasons go by, right? Like last year, you did acquire talent. You acquired Jeremiah Fears, and then you acquired Derek Queen, right? You brought in
Bay. What you thought was going to happen with Jordan Poole.
You know what I mean? What you thought. So you swung last year, and it, some of it worked out, some of it didn't work out. Let's say it's 50-50 right now, right?
Right.
This offseason, I think because you've had more time on task, I think they're being more practical about their moves moving forward, right? I think because last season we like, if they did nothing, I think you would have been better off. So I think that's the approach they took with the draft. Look, we're gonna just sit. It's better for us to do nothing than get overly aggressive. I think they probably feel that way about their picks and maybe buying. So I guess we'll just see, man.
Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I ain't gonna lie. People seem a little too low on Kuminga. I don't think Kuminga's great, but Kuminga had some bright spots last season, specifically in the postseason. I can see the Blazers potentially going after Jalen. I can't see Boston wanting Drew Holiday back, though, based on the way that situation ended with Drew.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why.
Third team kind of deal. Drew made $34 million this year.
Yeah, and Drew was kind of he left Boston on a bad note. I ain't gonna lie. They really could have gotten to the finals if Drew didn't shit the bed. So it's gonna be interesting to see, because they got Drew, Shaden Sharp, Scoot Henderson, Dame, and the thing is, you really don't know what to expect from Dame.
No,
like it because he coming off an Achilles, and the last time you saw him, he wasn't exactly lighting the world on fire.
Usage, the thought process to me is, okay, I think they out on Scoot, right? I'm pretty sure they decided to move on Scoot. It just had.
I take Scoot here. I ain't gonna lie. Nice high upside play.
Just for that kind of, for like little or nothing kind of.
It's peanut.
Like $7 million, like, take Hawkins, give me Scoop, like something like that, I'll do.
Firing.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but like when I think about like how Portland is probably thinking about it, it's like, all right, let's say Scooter's out, and then let's say you move Drew, right? Or even if you keep Drew this season, Dame, you could bring Dame back slowly, but Dame and Drew are old at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Dame and Drew,
honestly, I'm not worried about Dame or Drew.
that's what I'm saying. It's
To
like,
be honest, I'm more worried about Ja, but I'm not worried about
well, no, I'm just
Dame or Drew.
like when
No,
people
no,
like,
I'm saying like to the outside world. I
yeah,
know how people tend to look at things. Like shout out to
no,
Breeze. Breeze is saying like Portland building a super team. I'm like, I would not count what Portland has as a super team
nah, man,
because
Dame
you got to
35,
take into account a lot of them people got to go.
yeah,
Like, a lot of people gonna have to get traded too. And now
yeah,
if they get Jaylen Brown, that's gonna be a hell of a team to watch. But even then, it's still kind of like they
nah,
got some things because it's like Jaylen Brown and what? Because I would imagine you got to include Klingon in that trade.
yeah,
But to digress more to the Pelican side of things, I think today, and again, we kind of been saying this for a long time. It's like the Pelicans never really had no interest in Ja
yeah,
because of the shit that was going on behind the scenes, like with Ja and his team. It's gonna be interesting. Excuse me, it's gonna be interesting to see if Portland ultimately gives Ja that extension because allegedly it's something that was important to him. But
mm-hmm,
to me, I
yeah,
feel two ways about it. Right, one, it's about optics versus reality. Right, the
okay,
optics to me kind of signal that all right, the aggression ain't really there like that. And if
mm-hmm,
the aggression not there, maybe you'll pivot and just be like, all right, look, we about to not tear this down because you ain't really got
yeah,
nothing to tear down. If we
no,
we about to start like selling off a couple guys, or maybe a couple guys that may have wanted Ja, they're starting to tiptoe out of the door a little bit to be
yeah,
like, all right, look, this is a waste of time.
yeah,
Now, the reality of that situation is nothing's changed. Like nothing's ultimately changed. You said you didn't want Ja, you didn't get him. So
yeah,
you didn't want him though. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could have easily had him if you wanted him. So
yeah,
clearly they didn't want him. So like ultimately nothing's really changed in that regard. Like to me, if they
yeah,
did go out hypothetically and they signed Kaminga, I can't even see Kaminga getting the full MLE. But if they did go out,
ooh,
if they did, because I just think, boy, people probably just soured on Kaminga. He's still super talented, but
you don't
still,
think he could get 15? That's the full is 15, ain't it?
yeah, the full 15. He coming off 24. So 15, you know what? I'll say this. I
I
think
can,
he get 15 with a team option for the
yeah,
second year.
I can
He
see
might
that.
get
That's a
15 with a team
sweet
option for
cut.
the second year.
Feel like, huh, man, you a $10 million guy? Damn.
I'm telling you, bro. Look, once because he just got cut, he just got like declined. So
Yeah.
once you get hit over the head like that,
Ooh.
bro. He said who beating Ja Drew at the guard position? Lillard, Ja. Well, two of them dudes just came off season into injuries.
Yeah.
Lillard ain't, Dame ain't playing a year, but the Achilles ain't what it used to be. And
Yeah.
Drew just Drew.
You know.
Yeah, to me, the only thing is if Ja returns to form. I'm not really worried about Dame at this stage or Drew at this
Mhm.
stage. To me, is if Ja returns to form, then
Yeah.
it's gonna be something spooky to have to deal with. But fuck, I would have hoped he had gotten traded to the East. Now I
Yeah.
still gotta play this nigga 4 times a year, or if he plays. But
I think Ja, I believe in Ja returning to form, but at the same time, it's just
Mhm.
kind of like I just think they made they took a no risk chance on the future with a high
Mhm.
potential. Because like again, Drew 37, Dame 30, what 35, something like that.
Drew 37.
Bro, Drew 37 years old.
I didn't
30,
realize Drew was that
like
old.
he might not be
Okay,
37, he might be like 34 or something. Like Drew old, bro.
that's a hell of a gap, though.
Yeah. So
But go
like,
ahead.
but I'm just saying, like all of those dudes are old. So like even if they play, like they go, you know what I mean? They ain't got
Yeah,
too much more left in the tank at the end of the day. And then, oh yeah, yeah, Drew 37, but he 36, he'll be 37
when the
next
season
season.
start. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like, all right, Dame old, Drew old. If Ja returns to form, it's like, all right, I got two old ass guards.
I,
Scoot ain't it. And
I
if Ja
totally agree
got
with
right,
Joseph. I totally agree with Joseph. Like, damn, y'all need some wings. You need Herb Jones is who
they
you
got
need.
wings. Technically Shaden a wing, Tumani a wing. Well, they just got rid of Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, Tamani a wing, but he's like a defensive wing.
Yeah.
Who the wing you say before that?
Shaden. Technically Shaden a wing.
Shaden.
You don't think Shaden a wing?
Shaden 6'4".
You sure?
Shaden, yeah, Shaden not like a wing. Shaden a guard.
He don't play like I don't know. He play more like you consider like I don't know. I guess.
Shaden like
how I look at it is if you don't play on the ball like that, like if you don't play
like on ball, he's more on ball play, I believe.
He ain't playing on ball right now.
Nah, he ain't gonna play with them on ball. But I kind of how I view a wing is like, do you have two-way capability and can you guard larger players? Right?
I thought Shaden was like 6'7". Shaden 6'6".
No, Shaden like he's 6'5". No, Shaden's not 6'6".
No, let me look it up.
6'6". Shaden is 6'5" with shoes. Shaden's not 6'6".
Hold on, dog.
He don't even look 6'6".
It's 6'5".
Yeah, that's 6'5" with shoes, but he like a skinny guy. He's not like a wing. Kind of like what's your boy name? Because Jeremy's 6'9", like damn near. Yeah. So that's a significant difference. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's damn near forward. When you say
shout out to the homie around. He said Harden, Castle, Fox. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. Harper is 6'7".
Yeah.
Harper 6'7". Dame is what 6'2". Shaden 6'5". Scoot 6'1" maybe. Drew about 6'3", 6'4". But Drew a great defender like Harper.
Bro, them dudes we're not worried about them like real. I don't think the job move to them like just significantly improved where they were. I just think you always have to run the risk of if Ja looks anything like Ja, they were already a contender. You could figure the Drew shit out later. Like they've gotten better. Just giving up Jeremy Grant for Ja Morant, the potential.
I think if Ja plays, to me that's an improvement. Now the only thing is, if you believe Dame is going to make up for Jeremy Grant's 3-point shooting, and maybe someone else picks up the defensive role that Jeremy Grant provides, because Jeremy Grant is a hell of a 3-and-D player. If that balances out, cool. But I still think with Ja there,
they still got it almost like you could go get cheap.
They got a ton of things they can do, bro. They got a ton of things they can do, bro. Again, long as they don't got no bad contracts.
No, except for they got plenty of options.
It depends on what you consider Drew. I don't think Drew's a bad contract, but they got a tons of things they can do. Say will the Clippers keep BI? I mean, if he's traded, they'll probably
trade him there, yeah.
But from what it looks like, they look like the Clippers seem to have no interest in that deal, at least today. Because if what's the old boy name?
Yusuf Nurkic going to the Jazz.
2 for 22. Because look, they said they wanted him back. Now, what does that mean for Kessler?
What does that mean? Listen,
what does that mean for Kessler?
I don't want to get excited. But
what does that mean for Kessler?
That's the kind of move. If let's say the only move you made was signing Kessler, the offseason is a win. In my opinion.
I don't know if they could get to Kessler money.
That's why I'm saying if you found a way to sign Kessler.
Welcome Kessler. Look, I had a feeling that because we talked about Nurkic yesterday. It was like, well, the Jazz said they want Nurkic back. So, and shout out to everybody in the building, 95 people in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Let's get up to 95 likes.
Nurkic could do what Kessler does in spurts of what, bro. They got, again, you got Laurie that's got to play, Triple J that's got to play. You still got Filipowski on the roster. Now you add Nurk. Like, if you pay,
Nurk averages a double-double.
You're going to play Kessler. You're going to play Kessler $30 million?
He does not the defender Kessler is. He's not his youngest Kessler, but he averaged a double-double. Shit, he averaged a double-double. Nurkic just averaged 10 and 10.
Bro, all you really got to do is get out there and rebound. Like, You
I
know what I
think
mean?
Drew coming off the bench in that, unless they playing Drew at the 3, I think Drew coming off the bench in
I
that
think they
scenario.
move. I think they
Because
move.
you not, I think, yeah, if Drew stays, he's coming off the bench. But I do think he gets moved ultimately.
Yeah.
Because now you need depth and you need more wings.
Yeah.
But I think Ja not coming nowhere to come off the bench. He not getting traded
No.
nowhere to come off the bench. And then you go disrespect Dame by bringing Dame off the bench. Now, if
Yeah.
Dame looked like he looked in Milwaukee, he might need to come off the bench,
I
depending on
wonder
how
how
it goes.
Dame is, 100% back healthy. Maybe they try and slowly bring him back, but like Scoop
Rip
probably
Hamilton?
what? No. Rip was like running all over the place.
You
He
think
was
Rip
like
Hamilton audio? Now,
huh?
I didn't watch early Rip. I didn't watch Washington Rip.
No,
Did
me
they play
neither.
similarly?
I don't. I mean, I don't think so, though. I don't think so. Because I look at Rip as just like he was such a mid-range assassin. The game is very different, also. So it's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
hard to compare how different the game is now than when Rip was, being a stand. But I don't see them as a comp at all. But man, I'll say this: you still have a bunch of like options you can make to where like it's not really. It's just it's not really a do or die kind of situation again because not much has changed. Everybody knew Ja was a distressed asset. You knew at some point Memphis was gonna move into somewhere. You knew you were out on it, so things don't really change that much, right? We've already talked about the potential plans that you could have and how they could, move forward, even if you plan it for next year, whatever the case may be. But the only thing I'll say is that like if certain opportunities present themselves to you. Like Ja felt like an opportunity
because he was cheap too. Like
because
that's
he
another
was
thing.
cheap.
Yeah, right.
Because he was cheap. If Kessler's not going back to, let's say hypothetically, the likelihood of Kessler not going back to Utah is now there.
It
Now
seems high at this point.
exactly. So
It
now it's
seems
like,
high.
ooh, I didn't think that was an option. Maybe we can make that an option to truly fit one of your needs. So like in that case, you start being like, all right, we that's the main thing. You don't have to be desperate, but when opportunities are there to get better, you have to capitalize on opportunities. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I kind of view it from the standpoint of I shout out to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all support. Tap in, make sure y'all hit that like button.
Ooh, Champagne getting a new deal.
Yeah, he earned that. I
Yeah,
kind of see it where
245.
like I don't like the move for the Blazers because again, y'all got so many guards and so much money dedicated to that guard position. Like you got 4 guards that are all real guards in the NBA. And now you just brought in another one and you didn't send any of them out via trade, right? So that kind of has me a little like, all right, so clearly you're about to trade some of these guys, maybe in pursuit of
Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown. And
Mm-hmm.
like if you getting picks, you kind of it's a little bit, you probably a little bit like what's the word I'm looking for? You're probably not tripping too much on the player talent return. I
Right.
don't know if the Boston would would love Shaden Sharp or some of the guys after they just didn't have a great experience with one former Portland guard. I don't think they would want Drew Holiday back either. But at the
I mean,
same
you could
time,
throw him a crazy deal of like Shaden Drew is like the main salary, right? Shaden Drew, Scoop, and all the picks. If you throw them all the picks, you know what I mean? It's just kind
yeah,
of like because they said if they get at least 4 first, they'll do it.
that's a lot
So,
of perimeter talent. Well, I think they would want Klingon too. And shout out to Joseph McDonald, who like the Blazers don't have. I thought Yang was gonna be all right too. Yang, he had a rough start to his career.
mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I'm kind of confused, honestly, about what Portland doing. Unless it was a situation where it's like, look, we really just don't want Jeremy,
Yeah,
and Ja's the best available guy on the market right now. If they would have sent out some guards, for Ja, it would have made more sense to me. But the fact that how they did it, it kind of looked kind of weird. Savage, shout out to Savage. I can see a scenario where Dame gets snaked too. I ain't gonna lie. I can see because it's like you kind of left us high and dry. You know what I'm saying?
And look, Dame over there to LA with Luka. Go give him some shooting.
Boy, if you Milwaukee, man, you gotta feel extra fucking played. Because if you Milwaukee, not only did Dame not deliver when he got there, he got hurt. You had to cut him, and you gave up all your future talent. And they would have Milwaukee used that future talent to go get Jaylen Brown. Those assets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I read 2 years of Ja personally than 2 years of Grant or like anything. Almost really to me, I'd rather take the risk.
Best player on that team.
Who in Portland?
Yeah.
I think for as like I think for as like accomplishments, it is a what have you done for me lately type scenario. I think talent for talent though, he's the best in my opinion.
Yeah,
like I think he's better than Denny.
Denny is one, like Ja's like not far behind.
And then you gotta extend Denny soon too. So Portland about to be locked into that team.
Kamara and stuff.
Yeah, Kamara.
But again, if your lineup is hypothetically, if your lineup is say your start is Ja, Denny, and you go get Jaylen Brown, Tumani, and Klingon.
I don't think. See, that's the thing.
Ooh,
that's the thing. A big team. Them dudes gonna have to go because I say that because Jaylen at what like 57 or something along those lines. So
Jaylen, yeah, he's a bigger player, bigger guard.
No, I meant like 57 million. So if Jaylen had like 57 million, that's Drew and Sharp could technically get it done.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say if you throw Drew and Sharp and they be like, take Scoop in his 5 picks.
But the thing is, it's like I gotta want them motherfuckers if I'm Boston. Like if I'm Boston, I'm like, well, I don't have to trade Jaylen and I need a center. So give me Klingon and whatever salary, and then we in business. So it's gonna be interesting to see. That's why I like with a team, like I think no matter what the Blazers do, if they get Jaylen, to me, they're gonna be in a very solid spot, like a good spot, in my opinion. They could be a Western Conference Finals team, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But especially if Ja healthy. But gotta keep in mind what you give up for a Jaylen Brown, because if it take like Klingon, they're not trading Denny, but if it take Klingon and Kamara, that kind of changes the dynamic of that team too. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens. Like shout out to Joseph McDonald again. You see that trade doesn't really help the Celtics. They got Pritchard and White. They need a big. Yeah, but I mean, maybe you reroute them picks to go get Kessler some kind of way. Now that would be.
You never know what that.
And that would be insane. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. 116 people in the building. Mike said Kenny Hustle option got declined by OKC. They probably bring him back on a cheaper deal. They look like they picked up Lou Dort option, which was
it did. It seemed like Lou Dort about to be on the move.
Think about to be traded.
I think Lou Dort about to get moved. I wouldn't be surprised. You saw Landry Shamet re-sign with the Knicks.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, a little what is 4 for 24? Not bad. Go get you some money. Bros, listen, and again, I'm not like when we talk about all of the people making moves to a degree, nothing really nothing really has happened. You know what I mean? Like John move just makes for conversation and dialogue. It didn't what would have been a team that would have took Ja that you would have been like, oh shit. Like, would have put
I would have been more worried about the Timberwolves taking Ja than them getting LaMelo.
Okay.
Honestly. And I like LaMelo.
Yeah.
But I would have been a little more worried about them, team that got a history of winning with a player that got a history of winning. Versus, like, to me, the LaMelo thing, because I like LaMelo, but to me, that could go either way.
Yeah.
The Ja shit, to me, if he's healthy, he's going to be great wherever he's at, or really good wherever he's at. I say that.
I agree.
And Portland got some of the best medical facilities and things like that in the country.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they'll really be able to help Ja keep
Ja
that
to
on
Houston. Ja to Houston probably would have made me a little nervous, but I think Kevin Durant fucks it up anyway. So.
I think if anywhere Kevin Durant is at, I'm not worried. and I don't mean it in a fucked up way, but I feel like like anywhere Kevin Durant is at, I'm like, I ain't worried about them.
Yeah,
in the regular season, they'll probably give me a headache, but
Yeah, he go KD at some point.
Say, why hasn't Herb Jones been moved yet? We can't keep holding these players here with a 25-win record. Well, I guess like we've been talking about, it depends on two things, right? Because some of the conversations I've had with like people who like a couple other teams who watch the teams, they'll say things like, look, showing aggression to go get someone like Derek Queen and not showing aggression, or at least public aggression in the trade market, is contradictory, right? If you're going to do that for Derek Queen, you got to go do that for like a player who has, a potential greatness or could have a larger potential payoff. That's the outside word that I've gotten back. But at the same time, it's like
I'm torn on that, to be honest.
To me, when I say, excuse me, for Ja in particular, I'm like, it is a lot of shit that come with it. It's a very unique situation.
Yeah.
Now, if like the Jaylen Brown thing, like that's another thing that's kind of like, I don't know how they feel about that internally. Last I heard, and this was a while ago, no conversations had happened, but this is before he had officially gotten on the market. So I don't really know what the recent feeling is.
And then again, like acquisition cost. If it's gonna cost me, let's say Jaylen Brown was on the market, and there was like, you know what? Give me DeJounte and Poole, and you can have him, or like DeJounte, Poole, and a pick, and you can have him. And you was like, no. Then you like. Then you that's one of those things where you kind of like, oh yeah, no, I'm out, right? Like everything I said before, I didn't mean. Like I'm completely pivoting. I'm on the other side. I'm with the fan base. We got the pitchforks. Get these people out. Like that's the kind of thing that you raise hell over. Ja's situation is a little different because it's like ain't played 6 games in a like you could start just from a basketball standpoint, start being like
you can make an argument. You can make a sound argument against it.
Yeah, like even I like Sabonis, right? You can make a sound argument to not trade for Sabonis, right? It's not a great one. It's not as great as the Josh shit, but you could make some kind of an argument. It's like, all right, well, he made $45 million. He was hurt all last season too. You know what I mean? Like, I like him. Would I do it? Yes, but like, I'd even be more willing to hear that. You can't have a player like Jaylen Brown hit the market, and then it'd be like you allowed to keep Fierce, Queen, Z, Trey, and you don't make it, you know what I mean? And it only costs you, let's say, 2 picks, and you don't make the move. Like, that's what
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think you can make a very sound argument for not getting Sabonis with this roster, the way this roster set up. I think
I'd be more willing to hear I'd be more willing to hear an argument about not getting Sabonis as opposed to just like, for example, if the plan was, well, look, we gonna go and do like Sabonis is technically not a center, right? We tried to go get Kessler first, or we tried, you know what I mean? And somebody beat us to it, something like that. Like, I could understand, like, okay, look, we kicked the tires on Duren when Duren didn't get signed. We kicked the tires on Kessler, and then somebody swooped in and made the move. It's like, all right.
I want to answer this real quick. Shout out to the homie Jeremy. He said, so is our front office lying about being aggressive? No, I don't think that's the case. I don't think they're lying about being aggressive. I think, again, I have never been told anything differently other than the Pelicans have no interest in Ja Morant. We talking about it now because, like, as fans, we would have had liked to seen it. But like, I've never been told anything differently about Ja Morant. Like I've never heard like them saying, "Well, we sniffing around, we kicking the tires." They've always, to me, and I can't use some of the words they use, but they were like, "No, we good. Like we don't, you know."
Yeah.
That's all I've ever heard about the Ja Morant situation. Now, as far as other players, I'm sure they've, you know, done their due diligence and are doing their due diligence to some degree. But that is one of the things when a team doesn't leak anything. Like you haven't, like from legitimate sources. I'm not talking about Evan Sittery. I'm not talking about NBA. No disrespect to Evan, but I'm not talking about Jake. I'm not talking about NBA trade rumors. I'm not talking about none of those guys. From legitimate sources, you haven't heard the Pelicans connected to anyone
right
this offseason.
Right.
Except for like Jaylen Brown to some degree. But you've never, and Sam Amick connected them to Ja Morant, but that was shut down pretty quickly. You've never heard any of these teams, like Portland. Portland had no connection to Ja Morant before this happened.
Nobody ever mentioned Portland, like Ja going to fucking Portland.
Yeah.
So another, damn, I had lost my train of thought.
So you never heard about them having any connection to Jordan Poole and Sadiq Bey prior to that trade. Also, like all of these deals, every single deal so far, bro, every deal has come out
of nowhere.
Like, every deal so far has come out of left field, bro.
LaMelo just getting traded in general.
Period. Left field.
What?
Left field, totally.
Then Bridges to the Suns.
Left field. And then it's like that's another thing to watch when you see teams that always trading with one another.
Yeah,
like the Suns and Hornets got like 4 or 5 fucking deals. Like they just keep dealing with one another. So I'm trying to think of, or even the Rockets saying, "Look, everybody on the market except for Amen."
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn, they ain't make a move yet. Denver hasn't made a move yet. Orlando hasn't made their big move yet. It's interesting, bro. Like it's really interesting to see all of these deals come out of fucking left field. Like today,
Luka got traded overnight to the Lakers.
You know what? I don't count Luka because that was some NBA rig shit.
But I'm just saying,
it is out of left field, like a motherfucker. Like,
wait, what? Like, you know what I mean?
It's just like, to me, Draymond declining his option today caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Declining his option, now the Warriors always trying to do something weird. But they said they trying to get Anthony Davis and LeBron. I'm like, wait a minute. Who the fuck about to take Jimmy Butler contract without y'all giving up buku picks?
They probably willing to give up buku picks though.
They only got like 2 or 3.
They could have them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I guess so.
You only got like 2, 3. You got a 2. You got a Steph Curry window, which is probably like 2 years. Anthony Davis, look, you want an extension? He'll go 2 more years, right? And then we're gonna tie them together. Bring LeBron in on the MLE, which sounds insane, but you're gonna let them old dudes run. Bring Clay back. Go have somebody buy Clay out. Bring Clay back. Get the band together here and go run them old dudes out there.
Yeah,
so,
like the thing with like even with them, most of their picks are post Steph era picks. Yes. So it's like all these motherfuckers old. LeBron, it's like it's about to look like Goodfellas around this bitch. All these motherfuckers old, and then it's like if they all just fall off at the same time, it's like damn, not all out. But here's the thing: when you got Steph Curry,
you can't not try.
You gotta go for it. You gotta go for everything.
Not try.
You gotta go for everything.
It's like Giannis, bro. If you got Giannis on your team, joke on you. As long as you got a player, because people say well, Steph's still great. As long as you got a guy like that, you gotta keep swinging, though, until he either not great or he leave.
Yeah, you got until he gotta just fall off.
Yeah,
like it gotta become what happened with Clay, and they still would have kept Clay. Clay just wanted more money, and Clay was kind of hating on Poole a little bit.
Oh, they won a championship, bro.
Yeah,
like that. So like if you could get them old dudes through this, if you get that old ass team through the season and you go into a playoff series and your lineup is Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Steph Curry, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you start looking around like, I don't know if we can beat these. Like them old dudes know how to play in the playoffs, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, boy. I would not be worried about them motherfuckers, and not just because they old, just because like and I'll say this: I wouldn't want to play that team in September and November. But come December, January, February, March, I ain't worried about them niggas at all. No. But then you get in the postseason, then it get interesting.
That's because it get. Listen, yeah. If they just get there,
I disagree.
Clippers better than the Pels?
I disagree with this. The Clippers ain't done a single fucking thing.
I don't know.
I mean, if they bring back Kawhi, I mean, Garland. I don't want to disrespect him as a two-time All-Star, but Garland, they got to bring back Ben Mathurin.
They're gonna be okay. They ain't moving. Like it's not that detrimental just yet. Like it's not that detrimental. Again, it's all about acquisition cost first for any player. Acquisition cost, and then two, what is it that like what? When we talked about like the aggression, what unexpected moves or like LaMelo, for example, Minnesota was like, shit, we being aggressive. They might not even knew LaMelo was available.
Yeah.
Call. Listen, we checking.
You know what? That. I think it might have been Shams, and that's how I ain't gonna lie. That's how good front offices operate. He had been shopping Melo for a little while. It just nobody had said nothing like that for the last couple of weeks. And I'm like, how the fuck did y'all keep that like quiet?
Listen, this is how I look at it. If you were shopped before, again, I told you a while ago, they had when Trae Young, Ja, and Melo was on the market.
Oh, yeah.
During the season, right? Mm-hmm. No, it's hard to come, even though he had a really good season. They were going to give him up for similar to what like a Ja deal looked like what a Trae Young looked like. Like they still gave him up for nothing. Pretty much, if you look at what they traded LaMelo for, they ain't giving him up for a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like you when a team puts you on the market to a point where like this is the part that's different to me with like Trey Murphy to LaMelo in this sense. Mm-hmm. They were trying to get rid of LaMelo.
Yeah, the Pelicans clearly because they ain't get shit for LaMelo.
Yeah, they just kind of let it happen, right? So with Trey, they ain't trying to get rid of him.
One moment. Shams said, to his understanding, the Blazers are not involved with Jaylen Brown at this juncture. Hold on 1 second. You know what? That kind of makes sense to me that teams that may miss out on a guy just pivot to another person. But go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
No, you're good. The cost, that's again, acquisition cost. That's literally what we're talking about right now. They probably, Jaylen Brown available. What you want? We want Shaden. We need you to go figure out how to get Trey Murphy. And we want all the picks. All the picks. You got me fucked up. What you say you want for Ja? Just this? Okay, cool. Boom. You take that. I'll figure the rest out with my. You still got, let's say you get Ja right now, right? Mm-hmm. Bro, the season don't start till what? October, September?
Portland? Yeah.
Yeah, you got months to figure out what else you're doing.
Because realistically, all they would have needed was a wing.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, you make a move now, right? You still got plenty of time to, like, see what else you have out there. It's just a bunch of. I remember what my thought was when we.
I'm about to start your question, 3 Hearts. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm sorry, Al. I see all y'all questions. I'm starring the questions. We're gonna answer y'all questions, man. I'm sorry. The questions coming in so fast that it's hard for me to like get to them all at once. But I'm starring the questions. We're gonna answer everybody's questions. Shout out to 3 Hearts to 1 beat. Appreciate you. Go ahead.
No, I remember my thought process with the Ja thing. Like, also at the end of the day, as far as Ja specifically, we already have Jeremiah Fears that nobody wants to put in the way of Jeremiah Fears anyway, right? So at the end of the day, it's like Ja had his own hangups, and then it's kind of like, if we believe in Jeremiah, we got the point guard of the future. Do you truly want to bring Ja in? I'm not saying that DeJounte is not already currently in the way, but again, I'm just thinking, we talk.
I'd rather you just say you don't like Ja versus use that excuse.
Well, no, that's what they said. I'm saying that's what they said.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I know Shams reported that, or like it was someone else. It wasn't Shams, but my bad to Shams. But I'll say that's a terrible excuse. Like no,
I agree. I'm just throwing out a lot of points that.
And I'm sure that's not the only reason.
Yes.
Because again, Ja, I ain't gonna say that act like Ja don't come with a lot of shit. Yeah. Especially you talking about nigga you just had to suspend like 3-4 times. But the same front office had to suspend like 3-4 times. But it's like it's gonna be interesting because you still got a lot of teams that still need point guards. And Portland wasn't one of them. So now, if you're the Rockets, do you be like, yo, can I get Drew Holiday? If you the Lakers, what it take to get Drew Holiday? What it take to get this guard, that guard? Well, they got Marcus Smart going.
But you can see now Marcus Smart just declined.
Yeah,
Drew make a lot of money.
To Houston.
Drew make a lot of money.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to trade for Drew. Drew make a lot of money, and that's another thing that makes it so difficult when you got like big money.
Yeah,
the only big money guys that get traded are distressed assets.
Yes,
like they've been trying to trade Jeremy Grant for years.
They have.
They were trying to trade Jeremy Grant for years.
Ever since it's like as soon as he signed the deal, it was like get him out of here, which is crazy how that works.
Yeah, like it's gonna be interesting. It's funny because Jeremy Grant was with the Pistons, then with Denver. Like to me, he's a very solid player,
bro.
Like,
also. We talking about all this right now, and I told you this, bro. The off season was gonna have so much more activity than it did last off season. We in the
because last off season, I think people were still trying to figure out like how does this even work?
Yeah,
like now,
am I good? Another thing too, you gotta we like now that I'm like calming down as we talking through it. Like you still have the season that's going to be a completely different like type of trade market, right? So depending on what happens now, even players that sign deals still could be traded during the season. So like you could get into a situation where they might not make any moves right now. Well, I don't think that'll be beneficial, but we'll see. Again, you get into the season and shit start happening, then it's kind of like teams that thought they were going to be good, not good. You got to unload salary, right? Like, it's just a bunch of stuff that's going to end up happening, man. It's
like, I'll say this.
The NBA got the best offseason.
Because I spoke about this a little bit before, like, as it pertains to, like, value and player value. And shout out to Ryan. It's like, dog, at the end of the day, I don't think DeJounte got no trade market, dog. Like, to me, like as an opposing team, if it comes down to DeJounte or Jeremy Grant, in the last season, Jeremy Grant played more games than DeJounte has the last 2 seasons combined.
The 3-point
he shot 39, well 38. He shot 0.389% from 3 on 6 attempts.
Yeah.
He's averaged 18, 3, and 2. Like, it's like
he's historically a good defender.
Yeah, historically good defender. It's like with some of the guys, the Pelicans got like Poole coming off his worst year, DeJounte coming off of back-to-back bad years, Herb coming off his worst year, Hawkins coming off his worst year. It puts you in such a fucked up position as a front office when a lot of these guys ain't got really no trade value necessarily. But what I will say, I do think there's still opportunities out there, especially if you don't want to overpay. Like today, shout out to Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine picked up his $48 million option.
Man, y'all got me messed up.
Zach, get that money, homie. And then
if I'm Zach, Duran, get your money, bro. Don't let him play on.
Get that money because it's like, all right, he picked up his option. and they just gave away Carter.
Yeah.
Right? They actually attached a second to move off his salary.
Yeah.
That only saved them like a few bucks.
Again,
that's why I think like with some of these teams, they're not necessarily looking to get out of the apron all in one move.
No,
it's like if they chipping away at the apron, chipping away. That's why I think if you go get a Sabonis right now, you got people that probably be like, well, Sabonis is defense, Sabonis this, Sabonis that. And it's like, man, Sabonis is a masterful fucking rebounder. And Sabonis can help you tremendously on the defensive end. So give me your thought, L, and I'm gonna get to the star question. We're gonna try to get out here. Appreciate everybody tapping in.
If you got Sabonis right now, like again, I was talking about Sabonis last season. If you got Sabonis right now, for what the cost of what Sabonis would be, it's a win. Like that, at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. If he plays, which you can't assume that everybody will always be hurt. I think he'll come back and play. If he plays, you'll just be better. Like that's just what it boils down to.
Like I agree. I think again, defensive rebounding would help tremendously, even more than rim defense, in my opinion, because you could be a solid shot blocker and not be a great rim defender. Like, and that's ultimately what. Yeah, Dante. Look, you just wilding out, son. Dante wilding out. Shout out to him though. Saint. Shout out to my dog Ryan. He said, "Ain't no perfect players out there. At least Sabonis fixes one of your biggest weaknesses. Weaknesses rebound, and people got Sabonis fucked up. Sabonis was busting heads.
Sabonis whole triple double threat. Like,
come on. And that's why. Again, I have no idea how the team feels about Sabonis whatsoever, but Sabonis is one of them guys that like, shout out to Ja. Again, I'm a fan of Ja Morant. He doesn't really address any need except for like talent. Go and get talent.
Yes.
But like Sabonis is need.
Yes.
Like you need
rebounding, inside scoring, stretch the floor, passing. So
I don't know, spectacular joking. Shots in spectacular. You say fears already peaked. I don't know if he joking. Look, I think people in mass hysteria right now.
Also, to a point, I don't know if we made this point before, but I'm pretty sure if they're connected, right? Joe, Z, Mosley, right? These dudes need a center. Like more than anything, you need a big man. Zion,
you need a big man that can rebound.
Zion, listen, we need a big man. So like as much as we like Ja, and I like Ja, right? The priority still needs to be. That's why I was kind of like, ooh, if Kessler out there, let me be aggressive and maybe go get Kessler. Or let me, like, you know what I mean? Like if you, let's say you would have made the Ja deal a week ago, right? And then it's real possible that Kessler becomes available. Now you're like, fuck, I wish I would have, you know what I mean? I wish I wouldn't have done said deal that took my, you know what I mean? Took my opportunities away from getting something that I truly needed. So like, again, it's a little discouraging when you just see it happening. But when you think about it logically and you just watch it play out and you calm down a little bit, it's just kind of like, we've been telling you for weeks that job wasn't coming here. And then it's kind of like there are other priorities that need to be addressed that they're trying to address. And we just got to see how they go about addressing them.
Jay Rizzo, I'm cool on Joel. And I think Joel, to me, when healthy, top 5 player undeniably. He just never healthy. I'm talking about just a monster of a player, incredible talent, dog. Used to be a dog defensively too. But now he just never healthy, man. And that's so terrible for Joel Embiid. Because Joel Embiid fucking cold, bro. I'm talking about cold. But to me, he better than Jokic when healthy. But he just never healthy.
Bro, you could see him, bro. I remember him. He blessed Wemby with the 70. What was it, 70?
Didn't even play a bunch of minutes. Like, man, that dude was fucking.
Bro, who didn't he give he gave DQ a cool 35, 40.
You know, the one player Joel can't fuck with. You'll never guess.
Who?
Zion. Ain't that
Well, Zion get busy again.
Zion killing fucking that's just such a frustrating part about Zion. We about to get to these star questions. Shout out to my sis P Filer. She say, my brothers I signed on here late. Portland got down to erase some of the bad PR from this last season. They need some kind of excitement, but they will get rid of some of their guys. We still need a center. Facts. We absolutely need a center. Sis. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We about to get to these star questions and get up out of here, man. Ja Morant is going to Portland. We're gonna see what they cheapskate owner got up his sleeve. Dakari, what's the deal? If the Pelicans can't find the trade partners, do you think they just run everything back?
I don't think they have to go the trade route. So like running back means they don't do free agents or anything. I think they got other ways of bringing in talent. So we'll see.
I think the Lions' share of the team is back, but I also have been told by several people, no one in the organization, but I've been told by several people that expect the team to look really differently. Yep. Like that's what I was told. Now, I don't know that, and depending on how the market lays out, then that could change. But I have been told they expect the team to look very differently. So shout out to the homie Jess in the building. She said, "Where do you see the Pels ranking in the West with the roster as of right now?" I got to look at teams. The teams in my head, off the top of my head, I think they're better than Memphis right now, better than Golden State right now.
Dallas.
You would say Dallas, so I say Dallas right now. If Dallas don't make no moves, that's three teams. Memphis? Yeah, I say Memphis. Memphis, I got Memphis, Dallas, and Golden State. Who you said?
Memphis, Dallas, Sacramento.
I think the Clippers are toss-up.
Yeah, toss-up. The Blazers, I still think it's a toss-up, to be honest. Like, even though I like the Blazers pieces and stuff like that, like, again, they still just made the play, and they do have a new coach, even though I like the new coach. Like, you got full fucking guards that you still got to figure out. So I think it's a toss-up. I think Phoenix still don't have a point guard. That's a toss-up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think we're better than Phoenix right now. I would say that.
So, like,
yeah, I still say better than Phoenix. Some of them are better than Phoenix today. But if Jalen Green has a good year, Dylan Brooks. I think Miles Bridges is very talented. They don't got the Pelicans.
They got some pieces. They still need. They still need a point guard, in my opinion, over there.
I think, and then you don't know what to get from Mark Williams. I think if the Pelicans could address that center position, like if they got Sabonis, to me they would leapfrog Phoenix.
This sounds weird. This might sound weird too. If Houston don't make a move of some kind, let's say they run it back, I think they come back to earth. Like, I think last year, so like the year before, they was a 2 seed. I think last year they was the 5 seed. Let them not address some of their needs with that guard position and whatnot. I think they're a playing team.
I think with Marley, I kind of got them at about 9th as well. I think if they get a center and help, and then this is counting, of course, what Mosley could do for them. If they get a center, because we all judging it based off everybody having their worst year last year. So it's fair to judge it, because you can only judge it based on what you just seen. I got them at like 8th or 9th. If they get some bonus, I think they can get as high as the 6th or 5th seed.
I got 5 teams that I gotta put ahead of them just off of their best player. OKC, you gotta have. San Antonio, as of right now, you just gotta have Luka, you gotta have Denver, you gotta have Minnesota, you gotta have, right? After that, you're talking about Houston. I don't know what Houston technically has, right? But then after that is
Houston got a lot of talent. It's just a bunch of guys, though.
But again, like if you saw them towards the second half of the season start to dwindle down, come back to earth. KD didn't play in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Who knows what they're gonna look like with another season and all.
Sengun was awful.
Sengun, you know what I mean? So like, you still don't have no points. Like,
look, I told you, even Houston, like, we'll trade all these motherfuckers except for our men. Like, they're in the same boat. I would like to get Jabari if possible. I think Jabari could give you some minutes at the
I think you could do some good business with Houston.
Yeah. The Kari, what's the deal? He said, would y'all take a shot at Scoot if he's available? I think I would at this point.
If it was for Hawkins.
If it was for like Hawkins, or my question would be, where could I fit Scoot at in the lineup? Because to me, Scoot he's a more athletic Fears as far as like getting downhill, and Scoot can shoot the three. It's just like, where would I fit him in the lineup? I think Scoot would have to come off the second unit, and now you got like a battle between Scoot and Fears. But I don't really, honestly,
consistent too.
I think Scoot's pay sheet makes it a bit more appetizing because he had like 7 million. No, he didn't have 7. He had like he was picked 3, right? So he's at like 9 million, probably something like that.
That's what I say. If I could do it for Hawkins, I would do. Like I don't need to see, because he at the end of the day he's expiring too. If I don't need to see nothing about it, like I'll do it just for the strength of like he's better than Hawkins, and I got a player that I probably will be able to put on the court, especially if like we dealt with an injury or something like that.
I think he should. I actually think Scoot's a good player. I just think
he's so inconsistent. That's like he's not terrible, but he.
I think a lot of that with the Portland guys, Scoot, Shaden, Anthony in the later years is Chauncey Billups was allegedly doing what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? You see what just came out today with Malik and I'm like, look, bro, this is what I don't understand. If y'all doing big crimes, big conspiracy crimes, why is y'all texting and doing all this murder, homicide talk? Like, what is y'all doing? Why y'all can't meet up in public and like I don't. I mean, go meet up.
Go talk face. Yeah,
what is y'all doing?
I got a little deal for you, dog.
Yeah, like come on, man. Well, y'all niggas don't speak pig Latin no more. It's be on the Oopit state. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong with niggas? Like, shout out to Jeffrey Wood. You said, what's good, family? Any thought about Mitchell Robinson or Jonathan Isaac? I don't want nothing to do with Mitchell Robinson. Jeff, I ain't gonna hold you. Jonathan Isaac, one thing I was made aware of recently was that him playing the center position and picking up that weight kind of helped contribute to some of his knee injuries. I like him as a low-cost acquisition. If I can get him for like close to the minimum, he's a terrifying defender. But you would have to play him more like on the wing and in the weak side help versus actually putting him at the 5, in my opinion. What do you think, Al?
I'm not opposed to either. Again, it just depends on the cost. Like, I don't know what you'd have to pay for Mitchell Robinson, but like, would I take Mitchell Robinson to help, again, to just help the big rotation? It's not like he's going to play 30 minutes. He can defend and he can rebound in his minutes. Like, I do know that for sure. If I'm giving him like 20 minutes, all right, bro, that's cool. So it depends on how much it costs.
My only thing with him is that he just don't seem like a serious person. Like, and he always hurt. So like, it's one thing if you like the joke, like for like LaMelo. People don't think LaMelo a serious guy. Yeah, but LaMelo cold.
Motherfucker cold.
But Mitchell Robinson is like, look, I don't got time for these jokes if you're not gonna be playing. I'll be mad if we were like, Mitchell Robinson got $12 million and he show up to play 40 games. And the other half of the games he joking around and shit, getting weird, mysterious injuries. I'd be upset.
Yeah, just breaking his pinky for no reason. Or
whatever. What happened? He must have punched something. It happens.
Talking
Joseph Down said, "What? Oh, we spoke about that. Shout out to Joseph. Said where the Pels rank in the West. I think we both got them in the top 10 play-in range today without a big. 3 Hearts 1B. Shout out to 3 Hearts 1B. Said, should the Pels trade or stay where we at as a team? Definitely got to make a trade or two. Got to trim some fat. And me and Alvin spoke about this yesterday, like how the money looking going into next season. The Pelicans can have a hell of an offseason next season with the amount of cap space that they projected to have.
That could be the plan, though. That could be the plan. Just like
that's the thing too. Like, Jai at $42 million for next year, kind of scary when you got all that money.
Big, you get what I'm? If you get one decent, like let's say you land one solid move to cut into that, right? Let's say, again, I'm gonna use Kessler's name right now, but let's say you like, we was able to sign Kessler, right? It's like, okay, we still could get off a Pool or whatever the situation may be, but like now going forward, you like, shit, we got a center, we got our point guard, we still got trade. Like it would put you in a better situation moving forward as far as like clearing the path. So should they trade or should they what they need to do? They need to address one need. They got 2 needs they need to address, but I need you to this offseason address at least one need, like legitimately address it.
I remember Joe in his exit interview, he said, look, if the Pelicans get an opportunity, they'll get a big time rebounder. You got to go get him. And I think, again, I do think Sabonis being a guy that's on the market, can rebound like a monster.
Yes.
I think that is someone who I would like to see them
that would solve, man. Listen, that would solve the issue.
That, to me, that single-handedly solves your rebound issue. Like, and that's why we spoke about Sabonis at length, like earlier in the season, even last offseason. Like, yo, man, you could get Sabonis.
If that was the only like true move you made, like, are you happy with that offseason?
I still think you got to address the shooting. Because Sabonis, he even if he was like, I'm taking 4 shots a game.
Like, if it was just for the offseason, you need it addressed in the offseason, or like you'd be okay if like Sabonis was the move and they was like trying to figure it out. I don't want to say like during the season, but like
you gotta go. You gotta go into the season with some shooters.
You think the roster gonna stay? Let me ask you this: do you think the roster, whatever roster they go into the season with, is gonna be the roster for most of the season?
Unless they're bad, yeah.
Okay.
Like, if they're bad, I think come December 15th, you start seeing a move or two. If they're good, see, that's the funny thing, because if they're good, it's probably not going to be the roster neither. Because if they're good, now at the trade deadline, you're like, what could put us over
to the top? Yeah, how good are we, and how good are we, and how good can we be?
Right, and that's why, like, one of the things I was really highlighting yesterday is like, you don't want to sacrifice next year's flexibility
for
something short term this year. Like, hypothetically speaking, if they traded for Jeremy Grant, I would be like, see, I don't like that, because that's $30 million next year that's going to be on the books. Unless it's like DeJounte and it's like an even trade. But if it's like Jordan Poole for Jeremy Grant, I'm like, fuck, I just
think
lost
Malik won't address the shooting?
No.
Okay.
Nah, not in 22 million. I need somebody that's all I'm here to do is shoot.
Oh, okay. You mean like Luke Kennard kind of shit.
Yeah, I just want a sniper. I don't want no. I've been trained hand-to-hand combat. Now, motherfucker, you don't come in the paint unless you shooting free throws. Like, I just want a straight up Matt Ryan type.
Would you do Herb for Duncan Robinson straight up?
I'll do Herb for a fucking box of Duncan Hines. Like, trade Herb for damn anything. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I mean, because I just think his positives don't outweigh the negatives offensively, truthfully. And that's what, like, something like a guy like that kind of prohibits you from getting a Sabonis, because you like, okay, I lose even more spacing because Herb's just not a threat. Like, if I already don't got no spacing and I'm losing even more spacing, it really gets tough. Shout out to Spectacular. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with his contract in the offseason, because he's going to be restricted as well. I'm interested in Kessler. But all right, today, Kessler or Sabonis, if you had to choose one?
Kessler, because he's younger.
Cheaper.
I think, he is cheaper.
Well, he's going to be.
Sabonis is a significantly better player to me, though. But if I had to say today which one, I would take Kessler. He's younger, center, like actual center. But I think you go further with Sabonis.
Yeah, I agree. I think, well, I don't know. I think the proven talent is there for Sabonis. I think Kessler can give you the best of both worlds for us, like rim defense and rebound. Shout out to Ryan. I agree. Like, I think, because one thing I will say about Sabonis is you probably have to play a center next to him in spurts, like, because he just can't defend at all. But he can give as good as he gets on the offensive end, and that's what makes him so good.
But you got Eves. Like, you could do Eves and spurts next to him. But, like, is Kessler going to give me – though Sabonis be good for, like – and it will be different on this team. But any given day, Sabonis could give you, like, 25-12 and 25-14 and 10 type shit.
And I think that's one of them things, like, if I didn't have DeJounte, I would feel better about it, because now it's like Sabonis not going to get the shot diet.
Not going to get the opportunity.
Because he was the number 1, number 2 option in Sacramento. Now he's coming to a team where he would probably be like fourth at best, third, fourth. His talent would make him at least third. Honestly, you can say his talent would make him at least second. But
talent wise,
because all Trey is an off ball kind of guy. Yeah. So it would depend. Whereas Kessler just rebound dunk, rebound dunk, corner three alley oop, like it's gonna just straight off ball.
Yeah.
Shout out to B Penton. He said, "How do y'all feel about DQ at the 5?" I'm cool. I'm gonna read the rest of your question because you always showing love, B Penton. So he's top 20 in rebound percentage and block percentage, something you look for in the center. He's truly only missing more effort and the threat of blocking the shot. I'm cool. He's also at this stage a terrible finisher around the rim.
I wouldn't necessarily like DQ at the 5, but at the same time, it's just not at the same time. I don't like DQ at the 5 necessarily. I do think DQ could be a productive player though. But I just think I would like to play DQ at the 4 in a 2 big lineup of some kind.
Yeah, I don't want to see him at the 5 anymore at all, truthfully. Shout out to Marlon G. Say, I'm not mad we didn't get Josh, just that they don't take risks and be aggressive for nothing.
I think it's too soon to say. I think if the all season goes by and then they do nothing, then I think it'll be if this season goes by, we get into, and I know it's a long time away, but if this season goes by, we get into the next off season and they still haven't done nothing, then it's kind of like, all right.
I'll say this because I said this last season also. Ultimately, if you don't do nothing and you're good, people are not gonna care that you didn't do nothing.
No.
But if you don't do nothing and you bad, or if you do something and you bad, people still gonna be upset. So that leaves you with one option. You gotta be good. No matter how you good, no matter what happens, you have to be good. And that's baby. And so it's just, and the more teams shout out to our homie Louisiana gal in the building. The more teams that appear to be getting good, it puts more pressure on you to deliver. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button while y'all in the building. Let's hit the likes. Shout out to the homie J. Cal. Say, off from basketball for a second, you still be recording. I'm supposed to do this video soon to an older song, older collaboration I did. They wanted me to shoot some B-roll footage for it, so I'm probably gonna be shooting that soon. But right now I'm just working on like doing a short film. I haven't really been recording music in a minute. I need to get back on it though, especially the way this offseason going, boy. I'm about to go full-fledged. Yo, put your motherfucking hands. I'm going right back. I'm going back to music. I'm going back to my first love. Shout out to the car. He said, who would you trade for Sabonis? Who wouldn't I trade would be a shorter list. But if it's some combination of DeJounte,
he make the same amount. He make the same amount as Ja made, pretty much, right?
Yeah, about the same. So some combination of DeJounte, Poole, Herb, and Hawkins.
Pistons just signed Kevin Huerter 3 for $27.
Oh, he went back home. That's a lot for Kevin Huerter.
A lot for Kevin.
That is not a good usage of that space.
Are they keeping Duncan Robinson?
I think his contract partially guaranteed, but Duncan Robinson way better than Kevin Huerter right now.
I don't remember Kevin Huerter played in the playoffs either.
Ooh, look, Duncan Robinson got hurt, and they had to play Kevin Huerter, and they got their ass bust.
Yeah,
like I just can't. I don't like that. The Pistons, to me, not using the cap space wisely at this juncture. If that's the only move. Shout out to Spectacular. Hope he can get Jabari, but he said, "What does Sadiq Bey fit in all this? He's solid. To me, second unit guy, very very strong second unit guy, French starter in my opinion."
Yep, I agree 100%. Have him off the bench, and then if you need him to play certain games, if he needed to play extended minutes, he can. Like he's just a quality role player. That's what a good role player looks like.
Yeah, very very solid role player, man. Hopefully he continues the trajectory he's on. Hopefully the Pelicans and him could come together on the deal, maybe 475 or less. That would be ideal. Once you start getting into like the 480s and 490s and 400 golf at big, now it become kind of spooky.
15 to 18.
Yeah, 15 to 18 is where I'm at. I would be comfortable with that.
If you wanted 20, I'd be willing to go into the offseason.
Now that's a good point. But shout out to Rob with opinions. He said Pistons got Isaiah Joe, so yeah. maybe they do let Duncan walk, but Duncan has such a good year. And you know what? I think maybe their idea is we just gonna get a bunch of shooters because they've had success with Hardaway and Malik about to go to prison. So he ain't never this nigga here. Oh my God. You know, here's the thing. I don't care necessarily what crime a motherfucker. Don't get caught in a stupid way. Like just don't get caught with hardcore evidence. Like but we was joking. That's how we joke. No, nigga, what are you doing? Like, this nigga detailing. Hey, remember when we shot your boy Wednesday at 3 p.m.? Yeah, the one behind the store. Yeah, him. Yes, that. Like, what did you do?
They investigating us. Investigating us about what?
The money we stole. Remember all them crimes we did last summer? Yeah,
the money you stole.
I'd be like, boy, I'd have threw that motherfucking phone in the ocean. I don't know who this is. Is this a joke? I threw that phone over. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Maybe they just surround Cade with shooters. I think Cade need another on-ball guy more than he needs shooters.
Or maybe they're getting ready to go try and get Hero or something. And they just reinforcing all right, we're gonna go get a playmaker.
I'm trying to see how they about to do something like that. I'm trying to see where the salary coming from. Because all these people that they signed, you can't trade them again until like January.
I mean, unless you're trying to package Holland. Well, you done already moved Stewart.
Yeah.
So you don't even have Stewart's salary to move no more.
Yeah, shout out to the Lions, the cornerback.
Sucks.
This dude, they're trading Langdon fucking awesome. Like just fucking
maybe
awesome.
It's gonna turn out that he sucks.
I can't stand trading Langdon.
I'm very interested to see what happens with Duren, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I hope they give him the max. I hope they give him the max, though. Because I really dislike Trajan Langdon. I don't like the fact that this nigga just been skating with all the bullshit he does. But yeah, the Lions DB, didn't he get robbed? And he went to go rob the people back. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, like when you that rich, just call the police, son.
Just call somebody to
just call the police. Or just put a hit out on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
he got enough money.
And shout out to Louisiana girl. She said, would y'all be upset if they don't make any moves or y'all just looking forward to next season's flexibility? I would say this.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind a move that addressed like the center position for this season and next.
Yeah.
If it if hypothetically speaking, if like let's just say if it was Kessler or Sabonis, hypothetically, I wouldn't mind that move. But if it was something along the lines of like a Jeremy Grant, I would be upset with that because that not only sacrifices some of the cap for next season, it's not necessarily. I mean, it helps you with shooting, but that's not what I would want them to do. Yeah, I would like for them to clear the books of DeJounte and Herb going into next season, or use those two to get a center. That way, that needs addressed. And of course, Poole falls off the books already if he stays around, a couple other people. But if they can get a starting center, that's the only way I really want to see that cap space used going into next year. But please, I'll just pull this up one more time before we get out of here. Shout out to everybody in the building. As I pull this screen up, please, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, man. I appreciate all y'all support. Make sure y'all subscribe here and go subscribe to Pels in the Blender as well. Sure. Like looking at these books for next year, bro. And I know I talked about this yesterday. I'm sorry for repeating myself, y'all. Bro, the Pelicans, as it currently stands today. Now, this is before Sadiq Bey's extension, right? As it currently stands today, the Pelicans would have $48 million in cap space.
If the Pistons cut Duncan, that's the move that you go.
Oh yeah, the Pistons cut Duncan. You got to go get Duncan Robinson, in my opinion. Yeah. He gonna have a robust market, I think. Yeah. But $48 million in cap space. And now let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you able to get DeJounte the fuck up out of here. Right? Hypothetically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Let's or even reduce his salary or get somebody else to reduce their salary. Let's say you trade DeJounte for $25 million, right? Somebody that's gonna cost you 25 next season. That's what? That's what? The 53? 53 million in tax space. Now let's say you get Herb Jones the fuck up out of here, right? Or let's say you just get somebody that could reduce his salary to like 18. That's 55 million. You know what I'm saying? So you could be Wild Magnolia next season, son. Next off season, you could be Wild Mag fucking Noya.
Let me ask you a wild question.
Go ahead.
If you want to end on this, we can. But like,
Okay.
if let's say they run it back relatively, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these motherfuckers win a playoff series, make the playoffs, win a playoff series.
Mm-hmm.
You still move forward the same way you was intending on moving forward?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because I think
like not Hawkins, Poole returns to form, DeJounte looks decent. That's your two biggest issues. And Herb looked like 40% from like that Herb.
Absolutely.
Don't matter.
Sometimes when you hit blackjack, sometimes you just gotta leave.
You go to LaMelo route, sell high.
Yeah, just like, oh, thank you, fellas. you gotta get out of here. Like we got lucky. We gotta get out of here now. Shout out to everybody in the building. Yeah, boy, we just need investigate. I'll never mind. I was about to say something. Shout out to Jeremy though. Investigate some of these motherfucking Pelicans from last. I ain't no rat, but investigate some of these Pelicans from last season. Shout out to everybody in the building. L, tell the people where they can find you at, brother.
Man, y'all catch me at Pels in a Blender, bro, on YouTube, or y'all catch me at Just A Davis on X, bro. Appreciate y'all.
Man, much love to everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all joining us for this impromptu show on a Monday. Make sure y'all hit that like button. You know me, number one Pelicans critic, dog. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see the team win. I don't care how they do it, by hook or crook. Off season just getting started, post draft. You know what I'm saying? It's Wild Magnolia out there. I think the Pelicans gonna make something shake. Hopefully, we could get some bonus. Hopefully, we can get Kessler, Duncan Robinson. Any of those three would be cool. Or you can just go the cheap route, wave and stretch Jordan Hawkins, please. We can figure this out. But much love to everybody in the building, man. We out. Peace.